Force of 1 pound will give an acceleration of 1 foot per second per second. So, ang formula natin is force mass times acceleration. For 1 pound force, that is mass, acceleration 1 feet per second square, ang lalabas na mass natin, ang katumbas niyan is 1 slug. Yun dapat yung unit ng mass natin, slug. So, yung mga ratio ng 1, 1, 1. Pwede rin terms nito. A ball strikes the floor vertically and rebounds with a coefficient of restitution of 0.8. If the mass of the ball is 0.11 slug and its velocity is 5 feet per second just before it hits, compute the momentum of the ball as it leaves the floor. So, hinanap yung momentum nung lalabas. At ang formula ng momentum natin, so this momentum after impact. So, momentum, ang symbol ng momentum na is letter P. This momentum. Mass of the ball, prime, velocity of the ball, prime. So, velocity nung prime natin after impact. Ang mass, walang problema. So, to get the velocity after impact, we have the two body. Ang dalawang body natin is the ball and the floor. So, syempre, masyadong malaki yung value ng mass nito, pero still, ang velocity naman ito ng floor, okay? The velocity of the floor is 0. Before and after impact, walang mangyayari doon. Kaya kung gusto natin kunin ang velocity of the ball after impact, so ang solution natin is using the coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution is negative ng change in velocity final, okay? Velocity of the ball minus velocity of the floor prime over velocity of the ball minus velocity of the floor. Since ang velocity ng floor, initial man yan or final, is both 0 kasi nakatigil yan, yan na lang yung ating coefficient of restitution. So, if we substitute that, we have 0.8 equals negative velocity of the ball after impact over velocity of the ball before impact, which is 5. Alabas ang velocity of the ball after impact is equal to 4, negative 4 feet per second. So, indication lang ng negative 4 is opposite in direction. Kasi syempre, before impact, that's going down. And then after impact, that's going up. Yan lang. So, ang tinatanong, ano yung ating momentum? So, for the momentum now, equals mass of the ball, 0.11 slug, and the velocity of the ball is 4. So, kunin natin yung 4 lang per second. Going up is positive. Sabi natin, going up is positive. In this case, negative yung 5. Pababa kasi siya. Pwedeng ganon. Kaya so, walang problema. Kung lagyan mo negative, okay lang din yan. So, the momentum, considering going down is positive, is 0.44. That is slug feet per second. Negative. So, ang sagot natin, from the choices, we have 0.44. Next. What is the enthalpy of helium if its internal energy is 200 kilojoule per kilogram? So, enthalpy na hanap. Given ang internal energy, ang formula natin for enthalpy, this enthalpy per unit mass, so H equals U plus PV. At ang PV natin, this one, pwede natin idaan sa PV-MRT. Walang mass, so PV-RT. Ang R naman ng helium is R bar over molecular weight. So, alam natin kung ano ang molecular weight ng helium. Ang molecular weight ng helium is 4. So, we substitute that here H now is equal to internal energy 200 plus, what is PV? Yung R natin na 8.3143 divided by molecular weight 4 and the temperature. Walang binigay na temperature dito. So, in this case, hindi natin magagamit yung solution para nito dahil wala tayong temperature. Another way to get the value is by getting the ratio nung dalawa. Kasi kung i-define natin, balik tayo, ang ating enthalpy. Ang enthalpy is CPT. Ang internal energy is CVT. So, kung gusto mong kunin ang enthalpy gamit yan, ang gagawin lang natin, i-divide mo itong dalawa. So, pag dinivide natin yung dalawa, magiging ganito yung kakalabasan niya. H over U is equal to CP over CV. Yung temperature natin magka-cancel. And this portion, that's the K. Kaya kung gusto natin kunin ang enthalpy, another way is K times internal energy. Equals. Ang K ng helium is 1.667 and times 200. So, lalabas ang K. .4 kilojoule per kilogram. Ayan yung ating solution dito. Yeah? Kung walang temperature, so try natin na ganito yung relation ng enthalpy sa internal energy. Next. A 200 Newton block is initially at rest on a flat surface that is inclined at 30 degrees. The coefficient of static friction is 0.3. Find the force P required to start the block moving up the plane. So, ito yung figure natin. We have the inclined plane na kung saan siya daw ay 30 degrees. Ito yung object. So, ang object natin when it comes to the forces, meron tayong component dito ng force. Matic na yan, W sin theta. Matic yan. Yung isang component niya, matic yan ganito. W cosine theta. Ang kukontra naman yan yung normal force. And then, kailangan ma-identify ano yung motion. Ano gusto mong mangyari? Gusto mong to start the block moving up. Gusto mong itaas. Gusto mong pataasin yung block. Kung gusto mo siyang pataasin, may kukontra sa'yo na friction force. Pababa. Dahil gusto mo siyang pataas, meron tayo ditong force P na pataas. Yun yung hinahanap. So, ang solution natin, summation ng forces sa plane is equal to 0. Lahat ng ganito pataas na direction equal sa ganito pababa ng forces. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng pataas natin is P, yung pababa natin is W sin theta at saka frictional force. Eh, ang frictional force natin, alam naman natin yan, Fn. Tapos, pag inayos naman natin summation ng force sa normal, o 0, at ng ganito pataas, equal sa ganito pababa. So, yung pataas natin is the normal, yung pababa, W cosine theta. Kaya itong N na to, pwede mo ilagay dito. Itong F na to, friction force, pwede natin ilagay dito. Kaya to combine the three, our solution now is P equals weight 250, sine of theta 30 degrees, plus friction force is friction 0.30, then normal force is weight 250 cosine 30. Okay, so ito pala muna, ilalagay ko sila. Ito lang. So, pag pinagsama-sama, magiging ganito yan. Yan. So, lalabas yung ating answer. 250 sine 30 plus 0.3. 250 cosine 30. 189.95. That is Newton. Next. Air enters a nozzle steadily at 2.21 kg per cubic meter and 30 meters per second. Calculate the mass flow rate to the nozzle if the inlet area of the nozzle is 80 cm square. So based on the given, ang hinanap ay yung mass flow rate, and mass flow rate by formula, density, area, velocity. At wala na tayong kailangan pang gawin kasi given na sila. Ang density natin, 2.21 kilogram per cubic meter. Ang area natin naka-cm. So yung 80 cm square, gawin lang natin meter square. So maglalagay tayo dito ng conversion. Meter square is 10 raised to 4 cm square. Dalawang 100. Cancel yan. And then velocity, 30 meters per second. So units natin, magka-cancel tong meters natin. Meter square is a meter cube. So you have kilogram per second. Mass flow rate equals 2.21 times 80 and divide 10 raised to 4 times 30. Ang lalabas na answer, 0.5304. 0.53 kilogram per second. Next, mixture of 0.4 pound of helium and 0.2 pound of oxygen is compressed polytropically from 14.7 psia and 60 Fahrenheit to 65 psia according to N equals 1.4. Polytropic siya, pero N is 1.4. That is somewhat the same ng isentropic, pero hindi siya air. Kaya ang term niya dito ginamit na process, polytropic, N equals 1.4. Find the final temperature. So to get the final temperature, we have T1, T2, P1, P2 raised to NIM. So yun lang yung kailangan natin, which is kagandahan, given na. May temperature 1 tayo, 60. Okay, temperature 2, gusto natin absolute, so Rankine. Pressure 1, 14.7 over 60. N natin 1.4 minus 1 over 1.4. So what is temperature 2? Should solve 777.19. That is Rankine. A highway curve has a super elevation of 7 degrees. What is the radius of the curve such that there will be no lateral pressure between the tires and the roadway at a speed of 40 miles per hour? So let's see if this MPH is miles per hour or meters. Okay, depende kasi dun sa mga units. So let's try this one as miles per hour. Okay. Ang hinahanap, ano daw yung radius. At ang formula natin for banking, nakabangka ng 7 degrees, is tangent. Wala tayong friction involved. So, yung tinutukoy niyang no lateral pressure. Tangent theta is velocity square over GR. So, kung English yan, tangent of 7 is equal to velocity, 40 miles. Yung 40 miles per hour, gawin natin itong feet per second. So, for miles into feet, that's 5 to 80 feet. And then, hours in seconds, 3,600 seconds. Square. Gravity, 9.9. English, 32.2 radius. Radius is equal to so you have 40 times 5 to 80, 36 raised to 2 over 32.2 ng R. So, lalabas yung R natin, 870. Okay, 870.53, that is feet. And to convert that into meters, divide lang natin ng 3.28. So, 265.41 meters. So, ito yung answer natin kung meters. And, yun yung nasa choices rin naman. Malapit na sagot natin, 265.71 meters. Next. Thermodynamic work is the product of which of the following? A. Two intensive properties. B. Two extensive properties. C. An intensive property and change in an extensive property. B. An extensive property and change in an intensive property. The correct answer is an intensive property change in an extensive property. Next. A solid is placed at the top of a 30-degree inclined. When released, it really rolls down. What will be its linear speed at the foot of the incline, which is 1.5 meter below the initial position of the cylinder? So, meron tayo ditong inclined, and dito yung cylinder initially. Then, after some time, pupunta dito yung cylinder. So, merong involved na may nangyayari dun sa cylinder. So, cylinder natin is, meron siyang rotational at saka translation. So, this combination ng dalawa. Hindi lang ito basta nag-i-slide, yung mga block natin nag-i-slide. Hindi. Ito umikot. Hindi lang rin basta umikot, hindi umikot ng gumagalaw. So, yun tinatawag na rolling. And for the rolling, so you have the point 1 here. Point 1. Then point 2. So, pwede natin gawin energy balance tayo. Pwede gano'n. Energy, point 1, energy sa point 2. Ano yung energy na is 1? May elevation tayo. Okay? So, may elevation. So, we have potential energy sa 1. Energy balance dito, pwedeng ganun. Potential energy sa 1. And then, assuming ang datum line natin is yung point 2, wala tayong potential sa 2. Doon ba tayo sa 1? Dahil initial atlas yan. So, wala tayong velocity, wala tayong kinetic. So, pangalawa, wala tayong potential kasi yun na yung datum line natin. Ang meron tayo, kinetic energy ng 2. Aside dyan, yung kinetic energy na yan, we have the translation plus another kinetic energy, and that is rotation. So, combination yan. Pag dinefine natin yan, pare-parehas naman silang may mass, okay? mgh is equal to this 1/2 m velocity square plus, ito naman 1/2 mass moment angular velocity square. That's the kinetic energy kapag rotational. Then, the mass moment ng cylinder, okay? So, solid cylinder is 1/2 mr square. Pagdating sa cylinder, ito yung ating mass moment. So, if we substitute that doon sa formula, mawawala na yung mass, may iwan yung GH equals 1/2 velocity square plus, you have 1/2 and 1/2, that would be 1/4. Then, pag pinagsama mo yung R sa omega, that would be velocity square. So, you have GH equals 3/4 of velocity square. So, pwedeng ito na yung tandaan natin pagdating sa rolling na cylinder. Cylinder, ha? Hindi sphere, hindi bola. So, pag nisubstitute na natin, gravity is Sabi niya 9.5 meters below. So that's the height. 9.81. Ang height natin 1.5 equals 3/4 velocity square. So ano yung linear velocity? Equals 3/4 then velocity square. Lalabas yung sagot natin 4.43 meters per second. Next. A rubber ball is dropped into a concrete floor from a height of 2 meters. It rebounds to a height of 1.6 meters. How much is the fraction of energy did it lose in the process of striking? So yung hinanap, fraction of energy na nawala. So yung nawalang energy na yan is meron tayong ball and floor, and tatama, mag-rebound yan, and pataas to, pababa. So, kailangan mo makuha ano yung energy niya before hitting and energy after hitting. And those energies is, nag-indicate na lang yan sa height, so this potential energy. Okay. So, the loss, the solution out, fraction, energy loss over energy 1. Original energy natin. And ang loss natin is energy 2 minus energy 1 over energy 1. So in short, pwedeng E2, energy 2, energy 1 minus 1. And what is that energy? Ang energy natin ay in terms of height. And that energy would be potential energy. Potential energy 2, potential energy 1 minus 1. And potential energy is mgh. So, meron na tayo ngayon dito, mgh2, mgh1 minus 1. So, cancel ang mg. We have h2. Ang h natin yung height after impact as 1.6. Height before impact is 2 minus 1. So, 1.6 over 2 minus 1. Oh, mali tayo. Baliktad. Kaya siya nag-negative, di ba? Energy loss is 1 minus 2. Baliktad lang. Nag-increase pala yung term natin na ginawa. So, this would be energy 1. Kasi nag-loss, so mas malaki ang 1. Energy 1. And that energy, 1 minus E2 over E1. So, 1 minus potential energy 2, potential energy 1. And 1 minus mgh2, mgh1. Makapansel yung mg. So, we have 1 minus 1.6 over 2. So, ang ratio ngayon or fraction is, ang nandito, syempre, balik rin natin to. Ito na yung 1 minus. That's 1/5 or 0.2.